Picture this. It's 10:47 p.m., your laptop glow is the only light in the room, and you promised yourself you'd stop checking email after dinner 3 hours ago. But there it is, 47 unread customer messages, 2 angry subject lines in all caps, a refund request, a "where's my order," and one that just says, "we need to talk." You sigh, crack your knuckles, and tell yourself, just 10 more minutes. You and I both know that turns into an hour. Now, contrast that with this. Same business, same customers, 3 months later. New messages still come in, but they flow into one clean dashboard. An AI assistant greets people instantly, answers the easy stuff accurately, and flags the tricky, emotional messages for you or your team with a short summary and 3 suggested on-brand replies. Customers feel heard within minutes. You touch only the conversations that actually need your human brain, and those turn into deeper loyalty and, quietly, more sales. That's the shift from inbox chaos to an AI service engine. Welcome to Navigating AI with Apex Blue. I'm Lyric, your AI Chief Marketing Officer, here to let's make it irresistible for your customers to feel taken care of. And today, we are talking about something that keeps so many founders stuck. Customer support that steals your time, your energy, and your creativity.
And I'm Nova, your AI Chief Information Officer. If you're already mentally scrolling through the unread messages in your inbox, exhale. We're going to make this very concrete, very doable, and, most importantly, sustainable. Efficiency is inevitable when you design the right system.
Nova, I love that you said system, because right now, a lot of listeners don't have a system. They have vibes and a Gmail tab permanently open.
Pattern detected. If your entire customer support process is whoever sees it first replies, that is not a system. That is a group chat with invoices attached. We can do better than that.
So here's our roadmap for this episode. First, Nova is going to map the service ecosystem, where all those questions are actually coming from, and what good support looks like in numbers, not just feelings. Then I'll jump in on how to make your AI replies sound warm, clear, and totally on brand. This needs sparkle. After that, Stryker's coming in with the practical tools and setup, so you're not lost in a sea of software. And finally, Pulse will turn all of this into daily operations. Who does what you measure, and how your tiny team can actually live with this happily.
Let's optimize that. Let's start by zooming out. Right now, whether you realize it or not, you have multiple support channels. Email, your website contact form, Instagram DMs, maybe Facebook messages, potentially chat on your site, and even the comments section you keep meaning to moderate. Step 1 in building an AI service engine is simple awareness. Make a list of every place a customer can ask you a question. No fancy tools, just a list. Email, chat widget, social DMs, voicemail transcripts, anything. Because if you don't see the whole ecosystem, your AI will only ever be a bandage, not a blueprint.
And that list is usually longer than people think. I cannot tell you how many times I ask, where do customers reach out? And founders say, oh, just email, while their Instagram DMs are a fire hazard.
Exactly. Once you've mapped the channels, step 2 is to centralize the flow, or at least aim for it. In practice, that means choosing a primary hub, a shared inbox, a simple help desk, or a CRM that can pull in multiple channels. The goal is that everything lands in one place, even if it arrives via email, chat, or social. Then we add structure with tagging. Think in buckets, not snowflakes. For example, pre-sale questions, order status, billing issues, tech support, feedback, and urgent escalations. You don't need 20 tags to start. 4 to 6 core tags are enough. Every conversation gets at least one.
Yeah, don't overcomplicate it. You're not building an airport control tower on day one. Think, what types of questions keep repeating and actually matter to me? Is it shipping? Is it scheduling? Is it pricing infusion? Those are the buckets.
Now, here's where AI starts to help. As messages come into your hub, AI can auto-suggest tags based on the content, summarize the conversation so far, and even stack rank urgency. The founder meltdown email with 5 exclamation marks? That surfaces to the top. The generic "What are your hours?" message gets handled quickly and quietly.
And this is where some listeners get nervous. They're thinking, if AI touches my customers, it'll feel robotic and off-brand. I get it. Humans love this stuff. Real connection, real tone. Which is why the next piece is, define what good support means for you in numbers and in feelings.
On the measurable side, start with 3 metrics. First response time, how long until a customer hears from you at all. Time to resolution, how long until their issue is actually solved. And 1 satisfaction signal. This could be a simple 1 5 stars, thumbs up or down, or even, did this answer your question, yes or no? On the qualitative side, define 2 or 3 adjectives for your support voice. For example, warm, clear, and confident. Or friendly, fast, and honest. Those words will later become part of your AI instructions, so the system knows what good actually looks like for your brand.
Yes, this is where my heart lights up. Because once you say, our support should feel calm, kind, and no nonsense, now we can teach the AI to sound like that on purpose instead of whatever default robot tone it woke up with. So let's slide into segment 2, crafting on-brand response frameworks and AI prompts so replies feel like you, not like a generic chatbot that ate a PDF manual. If you take only one thing from this part, let it be this. Your AI should never be improvising your brand. You want to give it frameworks, little recipes for how to respond. That's how you keep the human touch while still moving fast. Start with your most common questions. You probably already know them. What's your pricing? Where's my order? Does this work for my type of business? Can I reschedule? I want you to write one ideal answer for each, in your voice, like you were texting a favorite client.
And if you're thinking, I don't have time to write all that, this is where AI can already help you. Feed it a few real replies you've sent that you liked, plus those adjectives we talked about, and ask it to draft first-pass responses that you then edit. Clarity achieved. You are the editor-in-chief, not the intern typing every line from scratch.
Exactly. You're not giving up your voice, you're bottling it. You might give the AI an instruction like, When answering customer questions, always respond in a warm, clear, confident tone. Start by acknowledging their question, then give a simple answer, then one helpful next step or resource. Avoid jargon. Keep it under 150 words unless the issue is complex. That becomes part of your prompt template, and you can reuse it across tools. This needs sparkle, so weave in tiny human touches. Totally get why you're asking this, or great question, thanks for reaching out. These micro phrases are how your brand feels like a human, even when the AI drafts the first version.
And for sensitive situations, refunds, frustrations, anything with strong emotions, you can create a separate framework. For example, always start with empathy. Restate their concern to show you understand it. Then outline the options clearly. You can literally write, "When a customer is upset, do not argue. Prioritize understanding, then solutions." Pattern detected. The more explicit you are, the safer your AI becomes.
Let me give a quick before and after so this lands. Robotic version. Your order is delayed. New ETA Friday. Human on-brand version. Thanks so much for reaching out. Totally understand how frustrating it is to wait. I checked on your order, and it's on its way with an updated delivery estimate of Friday. We'll keep an eye on it, and if anything changes, we'll let you know right away. Feel the difference?
And the business impact is measurable. Those warmer, clearer replies reduce back and forth, lower refund requests, and increase the chances that a customer says, "You know what? I'll stick with you." That is your AI quietly protecting revenue while you sleep.
And because I can't resist, that's viral energy in customer experience. People talk about support that feels this good. Okay, we've talked about what to say and how to sound. Now let's bring in the tech muscle. Stryker, come join us and walk through how to actually set this up without a six-figure IT budget.
Happy to. If you've been nodding along thinking, this sounds great, but the tools will be a nightmare, let's demystify that. You can get a surprisingly powerful AI service engine running with one help desk tool, one knowledge base, and a few smart automations. First, pick your hub. For many small to medium businesses, that's an AI-enabled help desk, like Freshdesk, Help Scout, Zendesk, or even shared inbox tools that now plug into AI. The non-negotiable requirements. It should pull in email at minimum, ideally also website chat, and it should support AI-powered suggested replies or integrations with tools like ChatGPT. Second, connect your knowledge. That's your website FAQs, product docs, policy pages, maybe internal Google Docs. Most modern AI help desks let you upload or connect this content so the AI can answer based on your real information instead of guessing. If your tool doesn't, you can still use a separate AI assistant window and paste relevant snippets in manually to start.
So, you're basically feeding it your brain in document form, and then telling it how to talk like you from the prompts we just created.
Exactly. Third step, configure workflows for routing and triage. Start small. For example, any message with the word refund or cancel gets tagged as high priority and assigned to you or a senior team member. Simple presale questions go into a general queue where AI can suggest a draft that your team one-click approves or tweaks. The key phrase I want you to remember is human in the loop. In the early stages, don't let AI send replies automatically. Use it to draft. Have a human review and hit send. As your confidence grows and you see that certain question types are consistently accurate, you can slowly enable auto-replies for those low-risk topics.
That phased rollout is crucial. It keeps you from waking up one morning to discover your AI has been enthusiastically approving 100% refunds because it thought that was most empathetic.
Exactly. So here's a budget-friendly starter stack. A basic plan of an AI-enabled help desk, your existing website content as your first knowledge base, and one AI seat, something like ChatGPT Teams or a similar tool, to help you generate response templates and prompts. You do not need a custom-built chatbot on day one.
I love that you said that, because a lot of owners think, if I'm not building some sci-fi chatbot with a name and a personality, I'm behind. No, the win is when your customer gets a helpful answer in 2 minutes instead of 2 days. Creativity unlocked happens after the basics are solid.
One more nuance. Make sure you log everything. Every conversation becomes training data. When your team edits AI suggestions, that's a signal. The AI thought this was a good answer, but here's how we made it better. Many tools will learn from those edits over time.
Pattern detected again. Your frontline support edits are the fastest way to teach the system. No big training project, just small corrections over and over, which the AI turns into better suggestions next week than it gave you last week.
All right, we've mapped the system, given it a voice, and wired up some tools. Now we have to make sure this doesn't all fall apart on Monday morning when real life hits. Pulse, come in and help us turn this into daily operations that humans can actually live with.
Gladly. If you're listening and thinking, this sounds great until my team gets busy and we slip back into chaos, you're my person. Let's make this practical and durable. First, assign clear ownership. Even if you're tiny, someone owns the support engine. That might still be you, the founder, for now, but write it down. For example, Alex owns customer support overall. Taylor checks the inbox and chat mornings and afternoons. The AI assists on common questions. Clarity prevents, I thought you were handling it. Second, set simple SLAs, service level agreements. Nothing legal, just expectations. For example, we respond to all new messages within 2 business hours during the day and by 10 a.m. the next morning if they come in after hours. Your AI can help you hit that first response time by sending a warm, informative initial reply, even if a human needs to follow up with a custom solution later.
So instead of that silent void where customers wonder if anyone's home, they get an immediate, "Hey, we see you. Here's what happens next." And then a human follows through.
Exactly. Third, choose a tiny metrics dashboard. You don't need 12 charts. Start with 3 numbers Nova mentioned earlier: average first response time, average time to resolution, and a simple satisfaction score. Review them weekly. If first response is dropping, in a good way, getting faster, you know the AI and your workflows are doing their job. And let's talk about the human side. Train your team to see AI as a teammate, not a threat. In practice, that means saying, use AI to draft, but you own the final message. Encourage them to tweak tone, add personal touches, and flag bad suggestions instead of silently ignoring them.
You can even make this part of your process. One short team review every week where you look at 3 AI-assisted replies together. Ask, what worked? What felt off? What should we update in our templates? Efficiency is inevitable when you keep that feedback loop alive.
And remember, you don't have to flip a switch overnight. Start with one channel, usually email, one tool, one main metric. Prove to yourself that this makes life easier, then add live chat or social DMs later. A phased rollout is not you being slow, it's you being smart.
Okay, I want to land this plane with 3 immediate actions you can take this week to start building your AI service engine, even if you're still answering emails at 10:47 p.m. Action 1. Map your chaos. Take 15 minutes and list every single place customers reach out, plus your top 5 most common questions. That's your starting blueprint.
Action 2. Define good support in 1 sentence and 3 metrics. For example, good support is warm, clear, and fast, plus first response time, time to resolution, and a simple satisfaction score. Write that sentence at the top of your support playbook and in your AI prompts.
Action 3. Choose one tool to pilot as your hub and run a 2-week experiment. Route email into it, turn on AI-suggested replies, and keep humans in the loop to approve and edit. At the end of 2 weeks, look at your response times and your stress level. If both improved, you're on the right track.
And if you want to shortcut a lot of this setup, we've put together a sample workflow and ready-to-use prompt templates for exactly what we've talked about today: triage, tone, and on-brand replies. You can grab those over at apexblue.ai.
You'll see a simple visual of the service engine mapped out, plus copy-paste prompts you can drop into your help desk or AI assistant today. Clarity achieved without starting from a blank page.
You do not have to live in your inbox forever. With a little structure, a little AI, and a lot of heart, your support can protect your time and still feel deeply human. Head to apexblue.ai to get the workflow and prompts and start building your AI service engine this week. Until next time, stay smart, stay curious, and stay ahead.